Hey, everybody, I'm Glen Kuiper. Welcome to the Glen Kuiper Show, All Giants, here on my YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We like to cover everything Giants from, obviously, the major league level, but once a month we slide down into the minor leagues. And what we do is I like to just take a quick look, talk to a few people, and just bring up some of the minor leaguers who maybe had a good month of May in this case, or guys who are just having really good, solid years. We did it at the end of April, and we want to do it right here at the end of May as well. It's not everybody. It's not necessarily your highest prospect. It's just guys that are intriguing, that are maybe your higher prospects, but they're also having good years. So that's kind of what we like to do here, and just let everybody know some names to watch for in the Giants minor league system. How about that? But we're going to start in Sacramento with the River Cats. That's AAA, of course. Marco Luciano. Everybody knows about Marco. We've been hearing his name for a long time now. Interesting. Last couple of days, he has started at first base. There was rumors about that he may get some games at first base. Of course, went from shortstop to left field, but this is an interesting move that they moved him back to the infield. We'll see if it's a long-term thing or if he stays there. But the last couple of days, he has started at first base. Now, not a great month of May for Luciano. He hit only 195 after a 245 average in April. He did hit 4 home runs. Strikeout numbers are still up there. The power is still extremely intriguing. That's why you can't necessarily take your eyes off this guy. But so far for the full year, 51 games for Luciano. He's got 9 homers, 29 RBIs, and a 742 OPS. So again, the 9 home runs are impressive. The batting average would like to creep up a little bit. And the fact that he's playing first base now, those are some things to watch for Marco Luciano. Another guy who we know we saw last year in the big leagues a fair amount was Grant McCrae. The Giants really like this guy because he's got a ton of tools, and we've seen them all. But also some limitations and some areas that he clearly needs to work on. But there's a lot of things to work with Grant McCrae. And the good news is he really had a nice month of May. He only hit 221 in April, but 261 in May. The OPS went up. The strikeout numbers still a little bit high, but they were better in the month of May. So that's a good thing. Grant McCrae trying to make more contact and cut down on those strikeouts. But overall, in 51 games for McCrae so far this year, a couple of homers. He's got 12 doubles. He's a base stealer. This is an area where he's been good in the minor leagues. He still has some room to get better, but he's a legitimate base stealing threat, something the Giants don't necessarily have a lot of. So the good news, though, for both Luciano and Grant McCrae, and we said this at the beginning of the year, they're both healthy and they're playing every day. That's what these two guys need. They need to be out there every day, working, and hopefully getting better at some of the areas where they need improvement. But both those guys have been healthy all year and playing every day. So that's good for those two guys. And finally, for Sacramento, the lefty, everybody's dying to see Carson Whisenhunt. Why not? He had a terrific month of May. He made 5 starts in May. He went 3-1 with a 2.14 ERA for the left-hander. He's polished, and I think he's ready to pitch at the big league level. In fact, there's a lot of people who figure he could step into a major league rotation right now and be very successful. The Giants don't need him right now. Their rotation is full at the big league level, with Justin Verlander on the injured list. So, you never know. If somebody goes down, if another guy goes down, don't be surprised if we see Carson Whisenhunt. But this guy, the left-hander, I think he's ready to pitch in the big leagues right now. Like I said, he's polished. He's made each step up in the minor leagues. He's improved on things that he's needed to improve on. So I'm looking forward to seeing Carson Whisenhunt. We just don't know when that's actually going to happen. So that's some of the things going on with 3 of the players at the AAA level. Now let's move down to AA. Everybody likes to keep an eye on AA. In fact, you know what? I'm guilty of it. If I see a Richmond highlight, I want to see it because I'm thinking it could be Bryce Eldridge. And the young man, very strong month of May. This is good news, folks. In 24 games in May, 5 homers, 7 doubles, 15 RBIs, a 318 batting average. Again, that's just for the month of May, a 939 OPS. So really strong numbers across the board for a kid who's just 20 years old and playing in Double-A. Overall for the season, 6 homers, a 291 batting average, just really good numbers all around. The defense, still a work in progress. We've known that all along, but playing every day. He's healthy now. He missed some time early, but playing every day, in the lineup every day, first base. Most of the time, he'll get a DH game occasionally, but the young man can hit. I mean, he can really hit. And the power's there. And again, only 20 years old and at Double-A. And it's hard not to be excited about Bryce Eldridge. Also got some reports on a left-handed starting pitcher in Richmond, Joe Whitman, who was a second-round pick of the Giants back in 2023. He had a terrific month of May. He made 5 starts, a couple of wins, a 1.55 ERA in May. So we're going to keep an eye on Joe Whitman. Overall, his ERA about 3.5 in 9 starts. But, high pick just a couple of years ago, having success in Double-A. So another lefty to keep an eye on. His name is Joe Whitman. Now let's drop down to High A. That's, of course, the Eugene Emeralds. They got something fun going in Eugene. The outfield of Bo Davidson, Scott Bandura, and Jason Tibbs has been James Tibbs, has been very impressive. These 3 guys, all left-handed hitters, all great athletes, and they're all having really good years. Tibbs, first-round draft pick last year from Florida State, hit 6 home runs and had 15 RBIs in the month of May. He did that all in just 22 games. So batting average still down a little bit, but the power showing up for Tibbs. And I like to keep an eye on all 3 of these guys. We talked about Bo Davidson after his month of April. He's still playing great. So 3 young left-handed hitting outfielders in Eugene, all having good years. So that's kind of fun. And we'll see if any of those guys at some point this summer get moved up. So let's finish at Low A San Jose. A couple of hitters that we talked about, the Jordan kid, young outfielder who's terrific. He's been strong and solid. Another guy who's having a big year is first baseman Jacob Christian. 5th round pick last year, big, strong right-handed hitter. He's about 6'5", 235 pounds, and he's got 7 homers. He's got 44 RBIs on the season and an 849 OPS. Power hitter, first base, right-handed. Keeping an eye on him, knocking in a ton of runs and having a really good all-around season. He's also got 12 doubles, so we'll keep a close eye on Jacob Christian, a first baseman. And the other man who had a huge month of May was the shortstop by the name of Walker Martin. You may have heard him. He's 21 years old, left-handed hitter. He was a second-round pick of the Giants in 2023. He was picked out of high school, a terrific high school athlete. He was a great high school quarterback. He's playing shortstop. He struggled some last year, but this year, maybe starting to figure it out a little bit. In the month of May, in 23 games, he hit 7 home runs and knocked in 25 runs. So another name to keep an eye on, Walker Martin, playing down for the San Jose Giants. So that's a little minor league roundup for you Giants fans and some names that you can follow. Go to minor league baseball and keep an eye on these guys. But intriguing names. Giants minor league system is in decent shape, not as bad as some people think. And, listen, come trade deadline time, you need a bat or 2. I think the Giants have the assets down in the minor league system to make deals, whether it be down in the lower levels or at that AAA level. So that's for down the road a little bit this summer. But keep an eye on some of those guys that I just mentioned. And I hope you enjoyed our minor league report here on the Glen Kuiper Show. All Giants. We'll see you later on, folks. And again, hit that subscribe button and keep on watching. See you later, everybody.